You stopped to see that your best friend yawned during when you were showing your pictures to her. Basically, you were the ultimate photographer at Hope's Peak Academy, which you are trapped at for a killing game. You and Himiko knew each other from your own childhood, ever since kindergarten. You both say that you were actually friends since you were babies, but it's just a rumor. Hey, Himiko? Are you tired? I can leave if you want. Himiko then looked up at you with a sad look on her face. What? No, I don't want you to go. Besides, I'm unsure that you're safe out there. I don't want you to get hurt or even killed. We already lost some people already. You then looked at Himiko and then shook your head, okay, in response. Yay! We can have one of our sleepovers ever since we were kids. Do you remember that? I mean, it has been a long time. You then smiled at Himiko as you remembered all the times when you and her used to spend the night over while you asking and begging your parents to let one another sleep at their house. It was very much not fun times, at least for you, because your parents, they were always fighting, and you would always ask to go spend the night at Himiko's house. Your mother would be fine with it. Your father was actually a drunk, so basically he didn't care. So when they got a divorce, your father was the one who got kicked out of the house. So you just decided to spend more time with Himiko since she feels like a sister to you. But during the time being of you two spending your life together through middle school and now high school, you gained feelings for your own best friend. Maybe you were gonna confess to her tonight, but you didn't have the courage to go up and ask her because you didn't know how much she liked you. And also, the other day she said that she always saw you as a big brother. That would explain a friend zone, but you were still curious to try. That's why you would always ask Tenko if you could hang out with her for a while. But you just knew that Tenko liked her too, so you gave her a chance to confess to her, but Tenko didn't actually confess, which meant that you had a chance of confessing your love before she did. You didn't actually see Tenko as a rival though. You actually saw her as a friend. But of course, Tenko trusts you with her, and also, she did say, Alright, you degenerate male, I'm gonna trust you with her, but if you dare break her heart, I will beat you into the ground like the degenerate male you are. Okay then, don't worry, I won't. That was earlier today, when Himiko was practicing her magic, or her magic tricks. Basically, you loved all her magic shows. You would always cheer her on to her dreams, and you would never ever tell her anything that might bring her to become depressed, sad, or lonely. Basically, you were a good friend to her, unlike Kokichiyama. You basically snapped at Kokichiyama once. You even slapped him across the face when you heard him talking bad about your friend. And of course, Himiko was a bit shocked about how you snapped. And of course, Tenko had to back you up, as in hold you back. But yet again, you two made a peace in the end. As you were setting down one of your sleeping bags, Himiko then looked over at you. Hey, YN? How about you just sleep with me tonight? The floor is very rough. I understand that. And I don't want you getting a sore back in the morning. That would mean I would be a terrible friend. Wouldn't it? You then looked at her. She seemed a bit flustered. Maybe it was because she was going to be sharing a bed with you. You hesitated a little, but then you gave a slight nod, and then you then set your sleeping bag down, and of course you got into Himiko's bed, and of course you blushed a bit since you actually dreamed about Himiko actually being your bride-to-be in your own fantasies, but of course not those type of fantasies. You then take a peek over at Himiko. She was laying on the other side of you, and of course she was looking the other way. This is when you thought in your mind, maybe I should confess to her. It's now or never, since we're sleeping in bed together, and maybe she does like me. I don't know, but it's now or never. As you sit up, you cleared your throat, and then you decide to speak. Himiko, there's been something I've been wanting to tell you, and it's something I've been wanting to tell you ever since middle school. I think I'm in love with you, and I always dreamed about being your husband and you being my wife. We may not have similar talents, but I was hoping that we could actually just, go on a few dates together. Maybe even, stay together forever. Just like this. I'm worried about you too. And I never want to leave your side, Himiko. You mean the world to me. I love you, Himiko Yumeno. You take a deep breath and wait for her rejection, but all you heard was... It turned out that you confessed to a sleeping Himiko in her bed. Basically, you were a bit flustered, but you just sighed and just giggled a bit. And then you kissed her head. Himiko, I promise you, I will protect you. Even if it means I had to sacrifice my life for you, I won't ever leave your side. I promise. You then lay down on your back, and then you fell asleep, feeling a relief, but yet again kind of disappointment that you didn't manage to confess your feelings. As you drifted off to sleep, you then dreamt of your future with her, and also your childhood, and how it was very happy. I love you too, YN. I hope we can become lovers one day.